Kickoff moments away here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a pair of NFC West rivals set to do battle. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Derink Young to return this. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a pickup of 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from the 43. Running with Walker again. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Play fake, Darnold. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Walker on 1st down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. A throw right side, finds Cup. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Touchdown, but there's a flag down. Might be defensive, though. I think this touchdown should stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a taunt to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good in love and football. just a good little penalty taunt.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Isaac Garindo to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Purdy setting up that play action. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
It's a gain of 10. First down San Francisco.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Rolling into enemy territory. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Tight end in motion left. Going to the ground again on first. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Here's McCaffrey again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the 49ers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Young on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To the ground with Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. QB sneak coming. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Yeah, look at the pile of humanity. These QB sneaks turn into these enormous mosh pits. And I'll tell you what, inside that mosh pit, chaos goes down. And in that case, somebody rips the ball away. Big time takeaway by the defense.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Pretty throwing here on 1st. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. On the counter, McCaffrey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw 3rd and long. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
The extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Seahawks 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
Young on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here's a screen now for Walker. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Running back sent in motion left. Now Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs from the 37. Now Darnold off the play action. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Brought in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
10 more
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. And again, it's Darnold. To the end zone, but incomplete. He couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
3rd and goal. Defense electing to play this from the nickel. Darnold now to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks trim the lead to 1. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Sky Moore on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game too. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. A motion a receiver left. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the gun is Purdy. He's got Bourne left side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
You know, you call that toss play, it's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
Back to the line they come, second down. Purdy throwing here. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Purdy to throw. Completed to his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now it's Purdy. Makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and just 2 to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So 4th down's going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He dodged the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They have 1st and 10. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. Gets some space around midfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it. Now an inside give to Walker, and he's able to manage a couple on that run. Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Here's Darnold. A throw right side finds Cup. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Myers' kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Gorindo to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First and 10 from the 32. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. In motion, the slot man right. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. On 3rd down, Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Purdy on first down. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42. They toss right side to McCaffrey. There he goes again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 17.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Darnold. That's dropped underneath, Walker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Finds him on the crossing route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They give up the gut to Walker, and he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finding McCaffrey with the dump off. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. From the gun is Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Shaheed on to handle the return. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Darnold with a quick pass out wide. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it.
2nd and goal.
They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They kick the running back in motion. And again, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie this game up.
24-24.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Garindo to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's good for a couple of yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling. Like a great boxer, you never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
We've set it downs from the 37. Running back sent in motion. Purdy throwing here on first. Dumped off to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. The tight end in motion now. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 8.
Give him 8 on that one. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
An 8-yard pickup.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Finds the in route complete. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Now it's Purdy. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's caught for the first. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
A gain of 19
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now again, McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Blitz coming for Purdy. Brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Looking to throw, Purdy. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 24.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
Second and 3.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now. Motioning left is their running back. Back to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th Floor Studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Gorindo to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Zone read the give to McCaffrey. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the 49ers the first.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
One of the tight ends motioning left. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now with Purdy. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knocked so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Third down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. 3rd and long for him here. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
A 44-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff. Young on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First play is a design run. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It's a gain of 11.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35. Walker on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Play fake, Darnold. He's got it downfield near the edge. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This is Walker on second. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Darnold. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game.
34, Seahawks 31. Jason Myers.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Completed over the middle. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Toss play, this is Walker. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
33-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Darnold. Pass complete to Walker. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Making the call himself. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Cooper Kupp. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 1-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks take a third-quarter lead. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
38, 49ers 34.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Moore with a return. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Now Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd down, line to gain, 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Oh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shaheed motioning right. Throwing here, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on 1st. Here's Darnold. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd down now. They need 7. Now Darnold off the play action. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Trying to hit his fullback there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. And again, it's Darnold. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Picked up by the 49ers. And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The 49ers parlay the turnover into a lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers push their lead to 3.
41, Seahawks 38.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Young on the return. Jukes away from one. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
In on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds the in route, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
It's a gain
Big
of
gain, 14
yards.
on the play.
That's good.
And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
It's caught, Barner. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
A.J. Barner. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Second and 3 now. Throwing from the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Darnold, first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. They'll give up the gun to Walker. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Right at the line of
These
scrimmage.
big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll throw. Third and long. Barner with the grab. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
A 2-yard gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. It's a 50-yard look from the right hash. Got all of it, and this is good. And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Jason
Now after
Myers
tying this
kicking
game
off
up,
for
they're all
Seattle.
set to center away. Garindo to return it. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They toss right side to McCaffrey. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
All right, Kate, a little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Motion man sent left. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Complete to Ricky Pearsall. That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And the 49er first down. It's a gain of 10. And the 49er first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the counter, McCaffrey. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. On 3rd down, Purdy. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
44.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
Shaheed now to return. Escapes the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake, Darnold. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running is Walker. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying with Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They send the tight end in motion left. Walker now from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
From the gun, Darnold. Dumped off to his running back. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third and long. Here's Darnold. They set up a screen. It's Shaheed. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Now Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. They go with Walker here. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing off the play fake. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Right? They flip through their call sheet, they just call whatever's on it. And there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action, if the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
Score Seahawks 48, 49ers 44.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Garindo to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
We've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. I'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now with Purdy. Looking to his fullback now. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Gain of 4.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
The tackle made.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Another carry for Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. 49ers losing by 4. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's another 49er 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, San Francisco.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Robinson up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now. Back to Pearsall again. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Here he is to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Seahawks are ready for another drive on offense as Jackson Smith-Njigba heads out. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Five still to go here. This is second down. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Second down now, 7 to go. And again, it's Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. And it's third down now.
And 7.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Jukes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And a nice little run there gets him 5. Second down upcoming. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
He lofts it deep right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. That's no way to end the game, right, Brock? You can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. The kick is good. He got it! And he hits one more time to win them this game! So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Seattle.